So coming off of that, Mockingjay, and going into this, where you're the lead, is it a different mindset for you as an actress, or is it just, business as usual?
It's a different version of business as usual. The gift of being the lead is you really get to bond with your crew. You're there every single minute for every single frame, and you know your crew inside out. You really feel like part of the team. And there was a lot of running around. There was a lot of standing in a freezing cold forest at 3 a.m. and we all bonded, and it was a real passion project, this one.
Are you a fan of horror movies?
I wasn't necessarily before I got attached to the forest. I'm kind of a wimp. I like really good filmmaking regardless of genre.
Yeah.
So, I was a big fan of The Orphanage, The Others, Let the Right One In, Don't Look Now. But it's not a genre that I was completely passionate about. But I think doing this has changed that. The Forest is a real thinking person's horror movie, and it made me realise how many out there are of those movies historically when you look back.
And I know you didn't shoot at the actual forest, but is there something sort of inherently creepy about even making a movie with this subject matter, knowing that that forest actually exists and what happens there?
Yeah, I visited the real Aokigahara forest, and it's steeped in superstition, and it's sacred to the Japanese, and you can't help but go there and be affected by its reputation. And people do go in and don't come out.
Yeah.
Like that happens a lot. So, but for me, that was why I wanted to do the movie so much, because it's interesting to me that people are struggling with their own demons who go in real life. And that is what our character is doing. Both of our characters, the two sisters, they're both struggling with their demons. And I think most people can identify with that. Most people have got something in their life which they wish they'd done differently. So imagine you go somewhere where you have to face your fears and your regrets, and that's what The Forest is as a movie. Was it a creepy experience for you going there? No, it wasn't, to be honest. I just thought it was really quite a beautiful spiritual place. But my Japanese driver who took me up there would not leave the path, which I thought was very interesting. They're very superstitious about it. Mm. And you mentioned playing twins. Where's the challenge there? Is that fun to do that, to get into two different roles? It's really fun to play identical twins, especially in the scene where I'm talking to myself. That's definitely a bucket list one for an actor, is to play two sides of a conversation. It's trippy. What have the last few years been like for you with Game of Thrones and Hunger Games? Your profile through the roof. Has your life changed at all with all that different exposure? Yeah, my life has changed in the last couple of years, and it's a welcome change. I've been so privileged to work with such incredible ensembles and with such talented filmmakers. And I kind of feel like I'm at an interesting point in my career, the next few choices that I make. And for me, I will just always go where the good scripts are, regardless of genre. Horror, comedy, action movie, straight drama. I will always go where I think there's a really interesting premise and great characters. And that's what you have in The Forest.